Hello everybody, Jeff Johnson here on Clerk TV, and I have the pleasure of having Greg Allen, Clerk of Court of Forsyth County, here with us today. Greg, how are you?
I'm doing well.
It's always good to see you.
You as well?
Yes, indeed. And you know, as we always do, let's get it started with our location finder for all of our viewers out there. Forsyth County. Kind of give our viewers a geographical picture of where it is, the kind of people that are there, the number of people, that kind of thing. Forsyth
County is northern part of the state. We're 43 miles north of Atlanta on Lake Lanier, off Highway 400. The fastest growing county in the state. We are the healthiest county in the state, and we also are the most affluent county in the state now. So we've got a lot going on.
Okay, now I got to ask you about the healthiest county in the state. What does that mean?
According to the people that keep those records, for the last 3 years, we've been the healthiest county in the state of Georgia. Our citizens are the healthiest. So.
Wait a minute, I think I might just come up and visit you. Will that rub off on me too, the healthy thing?
Come on up, come on up.
I have to come up and check that out. You have been clerk of court for how long?
10 years.
Why did you, what prompted you to get involved in politics and be the clerk of court?
Well, my predecessor was retiring. He'd announced his retirement. It was in the newspaper. It was announced and everything. Right. And for whatever reason, not a lot of people had said they wanted to run.
Right.
So people came to me and said, you know, we think you'd be good for this job. Why don't you look at it and see if you want to be clerk of court? So I said, you know, I've had some interest in that, okay. And so I took a look at it and learned and said, wow, this would really be an interesting job. And I was commuting to Atlanta every day at the time. So, you know, now instead of an hour and a half drive, I'm 5 minutes from the courthouse, which is nice. But I said, you know, I think I can do well at this job. And so I did. I ran and worked my tail off and had a lot of people help me out, and we won the election, and here I sit today.
And here you sit today. What drew you to it? You said you found out some interesting things. What were the things that kind of said, yeah, I like this for this and this for this?
Well, it's such a diverse, all-encompassing job. You're in charge of people's real estate records. You're along with their liens and UCCs and things such as that. And then you're also in charge of everyone's court records.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we have both state court and Superior Court. We have a lot of records. You issue notaries public, and you get to take care of the jury. That's one of the things I enjoy the most is being in charge of the jury and the jury manager. So it's diverse. A lot of, no 2 days are the same. Everything's a little bit different. You've got to be kind of know a little bit of everything.
Right, and I mean, and if you as you look at that, and you look at all those records, people coming in trying to get information, that's a big job. How do you keep it from overwhelming you?
Well, fortunately, we have been able to digitize a lot of our records, and we take a lot of filings electronically. We're growing. We've grown so much, and we continue to grow. We finally got a new courthouse about 3 years ago, which helped us out tremendously with space. But even with the new space, we realized, we're going to just keep printing these deed books, and we're going to have a building full of nothing but these gigantic red deed books. And fortunately, we worked out where now all of our books are digital. Right. We stopped printing at about deed book, I believe, 6,500, and now we're up to deed book about 9,000. So
you've got 3,000 digital deed books now.
Right, and that's only from 2010. So it was really something we had to really look at and say, we have to address this.
I mean, the growth rate in your county, obviously, like you just said, it's crazy. How does that, with all those new people coming in, how does your staff handle all that? And and this is a time you can give your little staff, hey staff.
I have the best staff in the world. They really care about their jobs. They enjoy their jobs. They've not been afraid to change. From the old deed books to digital. Now we're doing our court records. Everything's going digital. We're going to be electronic filing there. They've not been averse to it, and folks that's been there for years and years have really grasped it and really enjoy now doing their jobs electronically rather than the old manual ways. Right. We just recently, I worked with our sheriff. We got together, and now his program talks with my program. You know, we have to get the programmers involved.
That's right.
And everybody's got to talk together. But we only have one small municipality.
Right.
The sheriff writes the majority of the tickets in the county. So we would get like 1,500 tickets a week that had to be entered into our system.
That's a lot.
The deputies are out on the side of the road writing the ticket, and then they're bringing those copies to us. And I had employed 6 people sitting there for about 10 days a month. All they did was enter tickets every day. So the sheriff started doing his tickets electronically. We got his system to talk to my system, sends tickets over electronically. And now what used to take 6 people 10 days now takes one person 30 minutes.
Is that important for you to serve your constituents? That efficiency, is that an important thing for you? Do you consider that an accomplishment?
Both. I really do. It's something that I believe we've got to be as frugal with our resources as we can, but still do the best job to the public. You can't be totally cheap and not offer anything to people. But then you've got to be frugal. This is taxpayer money. This is not, a corporation.
Right.
This is taxpayer money, and we have to realize that. So it was a great way we can, better serve the tax. I don't need as many people entering tickets. Now those people can do other jobs. I don't have to go ask for more employees and more benefits, which hurts the county.
Right.
and comes out of taxpayers. So we're saving the taxpayers money. We're being more efficient ourselves, and we're serving them more efficiently. They don't have to wait if they get a ticket, which is unfortunate, 10 to 15 days to pay their ticket. Now it's usually there within a day or two.
See,
so
that's fantastic.
it just speeds the whole process up.
And it also, to me, do you feel like the level of confidence of the citizens of your county has risen since some of these things have been instituted?
I think so, and that they can. When I first took office, we didn't have a website, and so it was the first thing I implemented a website. And now I've worked with a guy that's really great on it, and we have a new and better website. And so many things we do now they can do electronically. They can file a January 1st bill to file their civil cases electronically. Wow. They can pay their tickets online. I mean, I can't imagine the old days of everybody showing up at the courthouse to pay their ticket on day X.
Yes.
If we didn't offer this, it would just overwhelm them. So
wow.
it's really changed a lot.
Well, those things are so neat to hear, because anytime you're out there doing things for the betterment of the community, it also betters yourself and it betters everybody else. How important is that sense of community for you?
Very, especially we're such a growing area that a lot of people move in and they don't have the sense of community because they're new. They're trying to learn places. Right. So it's good. Everything funnels through our website, and they can know who they can email the department directly. They can email me directly. They know who to call, where to go to. So we're becoming really the source of information from the courthouse and the county. It's like, where do I go for this? What do I do for this? Because they move from other states where that may be done by another office, or it may be something that we don't do that maybe another office or another court does. And they come to us, we're kind of the traffic cop. We direct everybody. Here's where you need to go. Here's who'll take care of you. Here's the person you need to talk to.
That's perfect.
And they really appreciate that because, when you're new, moving to a community, you don't know your way around.
Yes.
And we try to be cognizant of, this is why they're calling us, because they don't know. If they knew what to do, they wouldn't call us.
No.
So we've got to help these folks out.
Well, Greg, it's exciting to hear all the wonderful things that are happening in Forsyth County, but, our viewers also want to know a little bit about the man. All right? So now we get into the fun stuff. I always ask people about their hobbies. What's some of your hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not being the clerk of court?
Well, being clerk is my hobby. I love doing my job. But when I'm not, I have 3 children.
Enough said.
But 2 of them are grown and out of the house now. My daughter's sophomore in high school, so we do a lot of her activities and do a lot of things with her. Main thing, I go, we have a little skeet shooting range nearby. That's about the main thing I do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it's kind of like golf. You have good days and you have bad days. So I enjoy doing that, and I'm active in my Rotary Club and things like that.
But getting back to that, the one thing they always say, a bad day on the golf course or on the skeet range beats a good day in the office. Is that true for you?
I usually go on the weekends. I'm usually in the office.
No, I hear exactly what you're talking about. So in terms of the future for you, What do you see in the future?
I see things just going more and more digital and electronic. And we, again, the clerk has always been kind of the keeper of information, the keeper of the records, the place you go to for your legal or real estate information. And we're still doing that. It's just electronic now.
Right.
I do, when I do a talk with our school kids, I bring out our oldest deed book from like 1832 and show them, hey, it weighs about 60 pounds. Everything's handwritten in this beautiful cursive that nobody can read anymore. It's really beautiful stuff. And then I show them how it was always written and how Greg Allen would not have been the clerk then because I'm left-handed, and I would smear everything across the page. And then I show them one of my predecessors in 1933, 100 years on, decided, hey, it might be a good idea to get a typewriter. Instead of handwriting these deeds, we're going to start typing these deeds.
Wow.
So I show them,
you've
hey,
seen technology.
Yeah,
moving
technology.
forward.
It moved it forward.
Wow.
And then, we moved forward to the 90s. They started using a computer and a printer rather than typing deeds.
Whoa.
Moving on up. And then I pull out my cell phone and I say, okay, we've gone from this gigantic deed book to this smaller type deed book to this even smaller printed, on computer paper deed book. And now all your deeds are here on the phone. And then look up in the clerk's authority, everything's right there. So we've moved from handwriting to it's on your phone.
That is so interesting. Listen, you've got an opportunity now. We got our camera, our Clerk TV camera, trained on you, to say whatever you'd like to say to the citizens of Forsyth County. Please feel free.
Thank you for allowing me to be your clerk of Superior Court. I greatly enjoy the job and I enjoy serving you. And my staff enjoys taking care of the public. And just know that we're there to give you access to your records and protect your records forever. Superior Court records and real estate records are there forever, and we'll always have those. We've set up now for disaster recovery. They're backed up in Cumming, in Atlanta, and Colorado. So any disaster that happens, I think I can have my office open as long as I have the electricity and a computer. We'll have your records for you the next day. So we're there. You've entrusted us with the security of your records, and we're going to take care of those records.
Fantastic. Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
We
Good
do
seeing you.
appreciate it. And folks, thank you for joining us on Clerk TV.